Hi everyone and welcome to Mental Health Month, which is the entire month of October. Kirsten and I have decided that we will bring you the mindful yoga sessions in the form of a YouTube video so that you can do it at home, because we realised there's going to be timetabling issues just now. So what we've done is we have created a 4-week plan. All of the yoga moves are basically at beginner's level, so anybody can join in with this. And we're going to go from yoga ready to yoga steady to yoga flow to yoga go, because I think I'm really funny and that name was cool. So yes, welcome to week 1. This is yoga ready. It's a very basic introduction round to some of the moves that we're going to be doing, some light stretching. We're going to focus on our breathing and just engage our bodies. So yes, we hope you enjoy it, and I think Kirsten is going to take us through a warm-up because that is important when you're using your muscles.
Yes, thank you, Jade.
You're welcome.
We'll just start with the head and work our way down. So
Okay.
we'll just start with some neck circles. We're just going to go clockwise for 3. I can feel my neck cracking.
Same. Really hope you can hear it.
And then anti-clockwise for 3.
Can't have it close my eyes, would you? It makes you dizzy.
And then we're just going to roll our shoulders back. So just 5 circles. 2, 3. And then forward for 5. This is just going to be a head to toe thing. Then we'll stretch our arms. So if you bring your left arm over your body and then just use your right arm to support it. Just hold that for about 20 seconds.
I could feel that in my shoulders when I went to the gym.
And then swing it back and bring your right arm over your body and do the same. You can stretch your fingers out if you want to get more of a stretch.
Oh, I can feel that.
And then we're going to stretch our triceps. So if you just bring your left arm behind your back and then use your right arm to support your elbow, and you can push it a little bit more or less depending on how much you feel the stretch.
Don't put yourself in any pain though. That is very important. You want to feel the stretch, but you do not want to be in any physical pain.
And then do the same with your right arm. So just put your right arm behind your back and then use your left arm to support the elbow.
And do a ballerina turn apparently. You don't have to do that, but
We'll loosen our hips.
uh-huh.
So 3 circles clockwise, big wide circles.
How do we end up going the wrong way?
Is this clockwise?
Yeah, but like I'm out of time with you.
Okay, and then anti-clockwise.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Lovely. Just shaking my hips. Let's stretch our quadriceps.
Okay.
So we're going to balance on one leg. If you want, you can hold onto a wall. Jade likes to focus at a spot,
I need to find my spot.
or you can hold your ear because that's your auditory canals. Balance. And then we just hold it for 20 seconds. If you want to feel more of a stretch, you can push back. You should feel that here on your quadriceps. And fingers tapped.
I take my eyes off this spot, I'm gonna fall.
And then your other leg.
Oh, shake that one out.
Sadly, we can't use each other as
No support
Posts.
mechanisms.
because we are 2 meters apart. Well done, Jade.
Don't distract me because I'm staring at that white spot on the wall. intensely. Stretch.
Okay, shake it out and we'll counteract that with a hamstring stretch. So we're just going to stretch your hamstring. Hold that for 20 seconds.
I am a serious human being, I promise.
If you want to get more of a stretch, you can lean against the wall and push. Imagine.
Welcome to Imagination Land. I'm sorry, this
Other
is
leg.
mindful yoga. Good thing about this yoga class is that you know if we can do it,
So
can you. Let's be honest.
And then let's just finish and stretch your calves. So if you put one foot in front of you and bring your toes up, and then just lean as far down as your leg as you can. If you can, grab your toes, but if not, just rest on your leg.
So you can do this.
And you should feel that here.
Yeah. In the back of your calf.
Other leg when you're ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready for love? No, I'm not. Oh god, that's a big stretch.
And then I think we'll just shake it out. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Ooh, ooh.
Bit of tay in the morning. Make you feel good.
So, are we ready?
We are ready. Okay.
Yoga ready.
Yoga ready. Yoga ready this week. So we're going to start off very basic. We're just going to bring ourselves down onto the mat. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start this week in child's pose. So if you sit with your bum on your feet, what we're going to do is just stretch yourself forward. You can have your legs open slightly, or you can have them over this way. It doesn't matter how far you go, as long as you give it a good shot. You should feel this stretch across your back, and just opening up those hips and stuff as well.
And also on your arms, I think.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to focus on your breathing. Five more seconds. And when you're ready, you're going to just roll yourself in and up onto what I like to call tabletop position. So knees hip width apart, hands just below your shoulders, and we're going to roll into some, I call them cat cows.
I call them happy cat, angry cat,
Happy cat, angry cat.
or sad cat.
Cow. And then cat, whichever one you prefer, whichever name you have. We're gonna hold them for about 10 seconds each, and we're gonna do 3. So if we start with cow. And then lower yourself into cat. You should feel this stretch across your back, in those shoulders. And back into cow for number 2. Roll back up. And roll yourself back down into cat. And final repetition. Back into cow. And then down into cat for the last one. Perfect. So if you bring yourself back to tabletop, which is just a nice flat back, what we're going to do from here is roll our toes underneath of our feet, and then we're going to push ourselves up into downward facing dog. And from here, we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds, but I want you to try and on the spot just walk those heels back and forth. And you should feel that stretch in your lower calves and at the bottom of those ankles. And every time you move just a little bit, don't force them. Every time you move, you should just feel that stretch a little bit deeper. Keep your head low, shoulders aligned, and focus on your breathing. 10 more seconds. And from here, you can bring your knees down, should you wish. And we're going to go into a high plank. So we're going to move our hands forward. And you can hold this way, or you can do an actual plank if you want to go slightly harder, as Kirsten's doing, up on your toes. But it's perfectly acceptable if you want to be on your knees. And just hold this for 30 seconds.
30.
10, okay. 15? 15 more. You've been doing it for about 5 already. 7. Lovely. And then I want you to lower yourselves down. So knees to the ground. You can pop your knees down, Kirsten. There you go. Tuck your feet flat. And we're going to just roll our bodies down as if you're going to take a little nap on the floor. And we're going to push up into Cobra. You're too advanced.
Sorry.
That's okay. And yes, we're going to do as Kirsten just did there, which is push yourselves up into Cobra. Try and keep your hips as close to the mat as possible, but don't hurt yourself. And raise your head up. Try and look at the sun.
What sun?
Yeah. Look at the ring light.
Imagine the sun.
Imagine the sun. Imagine you're basking in the sunshine. Lovely. So if you bring yourself back up onto your knees, we're going to push back into child's pose. And you should feel those hips really open this time. After all that stretching, you should have woken those up. Lovely. Now, in your own time, you're going to gently bring yourself together, and we're going to tuck our toes in, rock back, and we're just going to roll ourselves up nice and slowly. Try and bring up every muscle at a time. I want you to re-find your center on your mat when you can. If you need to click out your hips, if you can hear my ankles going, that's totally fine. And from here, I want you to find your center of gravity. If your feet hip width apart, what we're going to do is raise our arms up to that imaginary sunshine, and we're going to just rest in warrior pose just for 30 seconds. So your back will be a little bit arched, but not too much. You're just connecting your fingertips down to your shoulders, down through your hips, and into the earth through your feet. You maybe start to feel your head get slightly heavy. That's okay. I'm going to do 10 more seconds. Now what I want you to do is bring your arms out and around you. And I want you to take your left leg, step it forward. You're going to twist your right leg out slightly. You're going to bring those arms up and lean into that left leg, into warrior one. And find a point to focus on. You should feel a nice stretch coming through your leg here. We're about 15 seconds in. Your leg might start to get shaky, as mine has. I'm just going to do 10 more. Perfect. And now what we're going to do without missing, we're just going to bring ourselves back onto the weight of our right leg. We're going to step our left leg in, and then we're going to do the exact same thing but on the other end. So you're going to step your right leg out this time. This leg's already in position, and you're going to bring your arms up into warrior one, but facing the right way. More seconds of this. You can gently rock if you need to. If this is too much, you can just stand without leaning into this. Lovely. If you bring your arms down, step your right leg back into the centre, and we're going to turn back to face the front of the room. Refind your centre of gravity, and we're going to go back into that warrior mountain pose. Just for another 30 seconds, just to stretch it all out. Ten more seconds. We bring our arms back round, roll your head slightly, and what we're going to do is just gently roll back down now. So starting with your head, roll your shoulders and everything in, nice and slowly. We're going to make ourselves to that midway point, so don't bend your knees just yet. Fold yourself over. I want you to grab each of your elbows. When you're in this halfway position, we're just going to gently rock side to side. You can bring your body up a little bit. You can keep it low. If you need to put a bend in your knees, that's fine. And then what I want you to do is find your center, let go of your elbows, and just hang nice and loose. And then roll. If you can, start to roll yourself back down onto the mat. And bring our knees in, feet behind our bums, and we're going to just end for 30 seconds of silent meditation in child's pose when you're down. If you're not a fan of child's pose, please feel free to just lie on your back instead. And you can stay there if you wish, just relax for as long as you want. That is our week 1 yoga ready. It's very simple, very easy to follow. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And if you want to practice that for a week or so and come back next week, we will have yoga steady with some slightly more advanced poses. There will be both beginner and next level up versions so that you can continue on your yoga journey, and we hope that you feel a little bit better for stretching and moving your body. Thank you.
See you next week.
Hey, we did that on time.
Yeah. Well done, kid.
Yeah. We didn't even plan that bit.